Well, hello. Hi guys, welcome back to my storytime videos. I have put off making this storytime for a while now. You know, my last video was a few months ago and it was a hailstorm video and all that kind of stuff, and I said I was gonna make the video about the cats, and a lot has changed since then. Like a lot. But anyway, before we get started, it's beautiful. So I got this for my birthday from my godmother, Julia. And it's a Gryffindor thing, if anyone didn't know, because I love Harry Potter. Anyway, so let's get on with it. So, start at the beginning. I'm not gonna say how many cats I have because that's kind of changed. But anyway, so one day I was having a fire and Mom had a few friends over. We were having friends, we were just chatting, and it was like almost midnight at this point. We were having a fire. And all of a sudden we hear these meows. So I turned on Mom's flashlight on her phone, and there's 3 cats, one black one with green eyes, and 2 calicos. So the first thing I fed the first one. I was like, I don't have anything to feed you right now, so I fed one of them Doritos and he ate it. So I decided to call him Dorito. And so I kept trying to pet him, and then I ended up petting him, and he was super cuddly to be an outdoor cat. And I just loved him instantly. And so we went inside that night and we decided to make up names for the 2 other cats. So the Dorito one that I named, Mom called one Caramel, and the other one was S'mores at first, but then I kept calling her Brownie, so now she's Brownie. And so then we fed them for a few days, and then one of our cats, Bob, went under the neighbor's porch, and we found out that they were living on the porch. And there was no food, there was no water. There was water, but it was completely disgusting. They had a small box for all 3 of them, and these guys were only a few months old. So we suspected that he kind of had them inside for the winter and then tossed them outside again and was not feeding them at all. So we decided to just start feeding them outside the fence. And then we started petting him at the deck before we got Bob. We started petting Dorito. And we realized what butt problems he had at the time. His butt looked absolutely horrendous. It was horrible and disgusting. And so we were thinking about taking him to the vet one day after we got to know him a little more. So every day I started petting Dorito because he was the only one that was letting me pet him. And then I ended up coming around the fence one day to give them water because it was scorching hot outside and I didn't want them drinking the green, disgusting water that they had at their house. So, then I came around and I started petting Dorito because it's so cute. They don't know the noises you make to get my cats to come. So you actually have to make the cat noises like meow and stuff. And then every time I do, he'll come at the end of the fence and come running to me, and then I'll start petting him. And then he ended up convincing Caramel to. She eventually came over, so I started giving. She really liked the under the chin pets. But Brownie still wasn't coming, so I was just like, well, we'll wait. And then we realized that Brownie was pregnant and she was outside in scorching hot weather. So we were like, great, this is gonna be fun. So then we started feeding them, and then one day, Brownie got stuck inside our fence, and they're so young that they don't know how to get out, even though if the gate was open, she was just trapped in a corner thinking that she was there forever. So we gave her a little food and water inside there in case she didn't get out until like nighttime. And then they came, and then one day they followed me into the back of our yard, all 3 of them, and we started feeding them on our porch. So we have like a cement porch, so we gave them food and water. Mom didn't really want them to be on our porch in case the guy came, our neighbor, who worked like 6 hours a day. Like, I know that doesn't seem like a lot, but it's a lot. 6 to like 7 hours a day. And I was like, holy crap, he works a lot. So then actually. He gets home at like 8 p.m. from work, so we think he might be construction or something. And the past neighbors, they had a dog too, and his younger brother's loving them, and they abused the dog as well. We were thinking about stealing the dog, and then until they put freaking zip ties on his collar, and he was a chocolate lab sitting out in the sun where he couldn't reach any shade and could barely reach water. So we were like, we're gonna call the police. And then many people have called the police, so they got rid of the dog. So now they have cats, and it's just one guy now. So we started feeding them on our cement pad, and I put a blanket out there, covered in, like put rocks down so they could lay on it, and we got water. So we legit don't care if this guy sees if they are on there, because he doesn't deserve to have them, because they're just so sweet. And then Brownie was starting to open up. We would touch her, but then she would scurry away, but she's starting not to run past us. She just started walking past us. And yeah, and then one day the guy came home and saw all three of them in our backyard on our picnic table. And then he looked at our yard for a solid 20 minutes and then went inside. So yeah, and we were worried he was going to do something to our cats or something, so we were very cautious when they were outside. So, but anyway, yeah, and so one day I was basically having a rough day, so I went to the park across the street, started swinging, and then I came back home and Mom's like, you need to find Dorito, and I was like, why? And she's like, he can't poop right now. And I'm like, okay, and then I didn't really get what that meant. And she's like, Raya, if he can't poop anymore, he will die. So I just started bursting into tears, and I was crying while running around the yard saying, I can't find him. And we were legit scared that we were going to find him dead in our backyard somewhere, because cats will go somewhere where they can be alone when they're going to die. And then we end up finding him in our stick pile because of his bright green eyes. And then we put him in a kennel and bring him to the vet. No, we are not telling the neighbors. The guy would just be like, he's fine, it's okay. He was not fine. He was about to die. So my mom made a schedule quick. Well, her voice was very quaky and said, I need to get this cat into the vet right away. Like, right away. So then the lady's like, okay, calm down, miss, calm down. And so then we drove all the way to Morden while he was kind of making horrible noises, and he threw up because he's never been in a car before. He just puked because of car sickness. And so we thought he was going to die in the car. And we were thinking, like, okay, these are our last moments. So Mom gave me her phone and let me take as much pictures as we wanted of him. And so, sorry. I just can't remember it so clearly what happened. Okay. So then we took him to the vet, and we basically started, like, we tried to open the door. It was locked, and my mom's like, if she went to Winkler or something, I'm gonna effing kill her. So I was like, hey, I'll go around the back door. And we were crying because he was like screaming out in pain because he couldn't not poop anymore. So then I banged on the back door, and I came around, and Mom's like, she opened the door, let's go. So she unlocked the door, and we took him in, and then he was not used to the vet, and he was my favorite, so he just stuck by me so that he knew that he was safe. And the lady's like, no, he'll be fine. He just needs to, like, come to the inside, and we'll open up his butthole. He needs to stay for the night. We can get him neutered if you want, because he was not fixed. And so we were like, oh, thank God. We thought we had to put him down, and Mom and I were just crying the whole way, thinking that we almost had to put him down. And so we came home, and we were telling Luna, we were telling Bob that you guys were going to have a new little brother, and at the start, we knew that Luna and Dorito were going to be best friends, because they're both the same age, basically, and they both like to play around a lot, and they both like to be hyper. So then I was like, okay, I can't wait to see him. So the next day I come home, and he's there. He was outside seeing both of his. So we think Brownie's the mom of Dorito and Caramel. So we come home to bring him to his sister and his mom. And yeah, so then we brought him inside, and he slept in mom and dad's bedroom for the first time with us. I spent the night with him. Made sure he was eating lots because he was so thin because he was outside and they didn't really feed him. So then we watched him go poop and all that, and he was so cuddly until the middle of the night when I passed out, and then when I woke up he was right beside my face. And so yeah, it was all great. And then the next day I brought one of my friends, Zoe, over, my best friend, and she passed out watching a movie, and we brought Caramel, and it took a long time, but we brought Brownie in too. And we had them inside, and they got to see their brother and all that, and we thought they were going to be freaking out because they didn't really go inside, but they really liked it inside. So then Zoe woke up to like 5 cats in the house down straight, and then she was like, oh my gosh, Brownie's the cutest, I love her. And we were like, okay, we're going to keep these 5 cats. And then we realized freaking Caramel was pregnant too, and we were like, Dorito, how could you get them both pregnant? So then we had to build boxes and make spaces in case they had their kittens anywhere. And then one day I was just eating cereal, and then I heard Dorito making those exact same noises when he couldn't poop the first time. So Mom came to me and said that we had to put him down today. And I was devastated, and I just started crying. So we put him in the car, and the vet in Winkler wasn't going to be open until 3 o'clock because she was full, and we were like, he's not going to last till 3 o'clock. So we brought him to, I think, Pilot Mound, and he was in pain the whole way there, and we thought he was going to die in the car ride. And when we finally got him there, okay, I'm good. Okay, we got him there, and the vet said, what do you need? And we said, we have to put our cat down. And so then, he brought us into a room, and he said, this is just gonna give him the shot, and it's gonna make him a little sleepy. He'll still know you're here. And, then we let him settle down, and we basically just said, I love you, Dorito baby. And, then they gave him the shot that made him go to sleep, and they listened for a heartbeat when he was gone, and they said he was gone. So they said he was gone, and then they wrapped him up in a towel, they put him in a box, and we brought him home. Just give me a minute, okay? Okay, I'm back. I'm a little bit more steady now, but so we brought him home. I didn't think I was gonna cry in this, guys. I'm so sorry. This officially happened a month ago. It happened June 12th. And that happened to be one of my close friends' birthday. Well, we'll get into her more later. And so I was like, well, this is sucky. And we brought him home. Mom buried him beside our other cat that passed away in our garden over here. And I could look out my window and still see him. But, so then there's more to the story, actually. So I cried. I had to call Denise, I had to call Delaney, I had to call Zoe and tell them what happened, and I cried every time. And then we had to call the other vet and tell him he sadly passed away, and it was just a whole big thing. So then, we basically wanted to punch the neighbor in the teeth. We still do. Because these cats do not deserve what happened to them. They do not deserve that they were not taken care of properly. So please, guys, do whatever you can, because your pets won't last that long. They're not like humans. They don't last until you die too. Just appreciate them for as long as possible, and please take care of your animals. Right now, I want you to go find, if you have a pet, go find one of them and give them a big hugging kiss right now, because they don't last for long. Dorito was only about 6 months old, we're pretty sure. So then, yeah. And then, Mamacita We call her Mamacita. We call Brownie Mamacita now. So we call her Mamacita, and Mamacita got huge. She was about a basketball. And right before I left for a trip to Edmonton, she had her kittens about 3 weeks ago from today. So I will show you guys her kittens after I'm done doing this. And then a few days after that, on Friday, Caramel had her kittens. And they're right here beside me. She had them in my closet, and Mamacita had hers in a cat box that we made her. And now Caramel is now in a different cat box. So Mamacita had 6. Caramel had 5. We have 11 kittens. That means we have 15 cats and a dog. Oh, God. And we're going to try to keep a black one that has green eyes, just so it can remind us of Dorito Baby. That can be Luna's playmate because she's wanting a playmate. But, yeah, it's really great how that got the neighbor just chipped in the way he did. But now we have Caramel and Mamacita here, and it's great. We have, there's a kitten that looks exactly like another cat that passed away of mine. That was Monster, because his kidneys failed. He had like 2 white spots on his lip. So if that guy has green eyes, we're probably going to keep him, so it looks like Monster and Dorito. But anyway, let me show you the kittens. I can't flip this around, so I'll just have to grab one. Or, hi, Care Care. I call her Care Care, or Snugglebug. Okay, so I don't know if you can see them properly. There she is. So we don't think these are Doritos babies. We think she had babies with another kitten, a kitty, and there they are. They're all orange except for this calico, which one of my friends Zoe already claimed. But they're all eating, I'm pretty sure. Except for this derpy. This derp's eating upside down. Can I see you? They're all eating, guys. I can't really pick up one right now. You're eating? I think he's eating. I love so much my Snugglebug. Oh, wait, you're not eating. You're not eating. Oh, sweet. So the orange ones are all boys, and the calico one is a girl. Mwah. You're okay, sweetum. 1 minute, guys. Yeah, they freak out when I pick them up sometimes. Their eyes just open. So did Mamacita's kitties. Love so much, Care Care. Love so much, my Snugglebug. So then, yeah, she had them in my closet. We put blankets in there. She didn't have them on top of any of my clothes or anything. And these ones, we're most definitely sure that these are Doritos because they're basically all black except for one calico and one orange one. No, I don't. She's in a dark area right now, so you can't really see her. But I will pick up one of the... They're all so chunky right now. This is one of them. You're so cute. This one's all black. So these green eyes, we might keep this one. Oh, sweet. But they're huge. Like, they're legit huge. One moment.